with them too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's why I was like, you know what? I think she would be awesome to have on. Um, so, Ryan, Marianne, it's been a long time since we've actually hung out on video.
Yes, it has. It's been crazy.
A couple
Yeah,
months?
yeah, it's been a couple months. Hey, how's it going? All right. Well, I'm gonna do unlike I've done before. I'm gonna try to actually keep it maybe even under an hour. Usually some of the old shows that we did with motivators, they would go like an hour, 2 hours, you know. But we'll try to stick to an hour. But we'll just dive right into it. Basically, like Gladys, since we haven't talked to you before, kind of want to hear your story, like as far as how you manage to resell with how you manage your everyday life. You know, how do you manage time for both of those?
Yeah, that's a hard one for us resellers to manage, especially when you're a single parent like myself, because everything falls on your shoulders.
Gotcha.
You know? But sticking to a schedule, and I know that's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's hard to stick, to a schedule. But I try to plan it out and do a little bit of everything every day, so it's more manageable that way. Like today I did 3 loads of laundry and put it all away. I took pictures for eBay. Made sure my kid was fed breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And after the show, I'm going to sit down and work on some listings. It's all about time management. It can be hard, but as long as I'm accomplishing something in my home life, in my personal life, and at work, and I don't let them fall, one of those fall through the cracks, then I'll be fine. I mean, stuff happens all the time, and I've been trying to do those 3 loads of laundry since Thursday, and they didn't get done till today. But they got done. Everyday life gets in the way, so it's about managing. Trying to have that balance. That can be hard to do when you're by yourself, trying to manage it all, but.
Like Marianne, you still do your prep service, right?
Yes, we the prep service.
And I mean, how do you find time doing that and going and finding stuff?
Well, I don't do a lot of searching anymore. The prep service has really taken over. I still do have my Amazon account. I hired someone to work on bundles. So that is our main source right now. She, creates a bundle. We get enough for 10, get them into the warehouse, and then that's a replen for us.
Oh, okay.
So you do the work once, and get it ranked, and then it's just a replen. So that's kind of where I'm headed with my Amazon account. We've gotten so many new customers, and we're getting more and more pallets in every day that I just don't have the time to do the Amazon anymore, so I did hire someone to do it.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Great. Takes a lot of stress off me.
Yeah, and I think, Ryan, you're doing this full time now, right? You're not doing the taxes anymore?
No, I still am.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I still work full time and do this kind of part time. I don't know. It's kind of it is really hard because, well, one thing you might have saw in the background is that's my brother. So my brother does most of the work.
Yeah.
He really does. So he's in charge of doing a lot of the sourcing, a lot of the shipping. I handle a lot of back-end admin stuff. I mean, the nice thing is this time of year my day job's a lot slower, so I have more downtime, and I use that to stay on more of a schedule. But, yeah, it's still not a full-time thing for me. It really should be. Working on that.
You guys do high volume.
Yeah, we've done, I was just looking at it, we've done, so far this year, we did like 17,000 units last year, and we've done like almost 19,000, and it's only you. Um, so yeah, it's going to be a very interesting year, one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, see, my situation is kind of different. Like, I have a day job. I'm still working 50 hours a week. I'm doing 50 hours a week, and plus coming home, trying to be, husband and dad, and then going out also and trying to source. All of that. It's just I don't sleep too much, I guess you could say. But that's why I'm trying to. We're trying to find more time to do this because I really want to do this full time, but I mean, too many things would just get in the way, and it's really hard. So that's why I kind of want to talk to you guys about that, how you guys manage to do it. And I know time management. I've been forcing myself to come in this office at least 2 to 3 hours a night. As soon as my kids start going to bed, I'll come in here. I'll find something to do. And I've been doing a lot of eBay. I've been doing a lot of Macari, and of course Amazon. But I've been really busy doing that, and I've found that the more I try to stay busy, of course, the more sales that are coming. So I'm pretty happy with that. And like Gladys, I see in her background, she has everything organized. I'm ashamed to even show my office. I mean, it's definitely a guy's office.
It's part of my time management.
Yeah.
I don't want to spend all day trying to look for an item.
Yeah, I know. I watched on the one show you were on. I can't remember whose it was, but you were going through like your boxes that you label everything, and you have them in a box, and so you know exactly where the item's at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like how many items do you have like on eBay, and I think you do merchant fulfilled on Amazon, or do you do
I
FBA?
merchant fulfilled on Amazon. I just started up on Etsy, and I have all my stuff on Bonanza. But I have 2,200, roughly almost 2,200 items listed right now.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best because eBay right now is only allowing me to do 200 items, and I can't even get it above 75. So, but I've been doing a lot of like Amazon fulfilled. I'll send it to FBA, and then if something sells on eBay, I'll send it to my eBay customer. And been doing that on Macari too, and I mean it's been picking up, and yeah. But like Etsy, what's the difference with Etsy and doing eBay and stuff? Is it more sales or?
I wanted to have all of my items on all three major sites, which is Amazon, eBay, and Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
I just started putting my stuff on Etsy. It's slow going because I have to do it one at a time. But I just found out I can upload an what do you call that? CVS file? No, CSV file.
CSV file, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to learn how to do that so that I can upload what I can, just to see what happens, because I know there's a lot of sellers that are selling a lot of vintage collectibles on Etsy and doing very well. So I figured, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, I want to try that, but I haven't been doing that. I've just been focusing on the Macari and eBay and Amazon, and using Amazon as the main. Like I've been using FBA as kind of like my warehouse, and I've been listing these items on eBay and like that, just doing screenshots and stuff and managing everything on my phone. And I mean, I can't believe how much it's picked up. We're doing anywhere between 5 to 10 sales a day, and that's pretty busy for us. As far as like between eBay and Macari and FBA, I mean, it's going pretty good too. So, we're just trying to find the time to do that. I mean, go ahead.
You just have to be consistent. You have to train yourself to have that consistency. I always tell sellers that it just takes one listing a day on eBay to get that momentum going, and for Cassini to start pushing out your stuff. The more consistent you are on eBay with listing, the more consistency Cassini's gonna see, and the more sales you get. So it's that at least one. I know sometimes I'm exhausted and stuff, but at least one listing. That's all it takes to keep the bots crawling your store. And it holds true for Amazon. Like if I go weeks without posting anything on Amazon, nothing happens, and then the night I post one thing on Amazon, and all of a sudden I get 3 sales. So that's with all the sites. I know it's hard to when you're a multi-channel seller to do all of them, but you got to keep up that consistency, and that's why I want to hurry up and get all my stuff across all of the sites, so that way when I sit down to list that night, I make sure that I put it across all the sites.
Okay. So you try to make sure you do at least one listing a day on eBay?
One listing a day. It takes more than that. Obviously, if your listings aren't, optimized for the search engines and stuff, you're not going to get the results you want. So all of your ducks need to be all in a row for that to, start rolling. But yeah, one listing a day. Really, that's all you need.
Okay. Marianne, are you doing anything with eBay, or you just too busy?
We're finally getting that truck unloaded that I bought last year.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, that we just got the first 8 pallets off. We have to go through it. Some can go to Amazon, but most of it will go to eBay.
Okay. And I mean, so do you plan on hiring somebody to do your listings for you, or you gonna do them? Or?
No. They can have that job.
And Ryan, I know you dipped into eBay a little bit too. Are you still doing that as well?
It's for returns only, and right now I still have like boxes of stuff to do. It's one of those things that comes down to having the time to do it. I'm working 4-day work weeks in June, so we'll see if I get the chance to get to it here in the next couple weeks.
Okay. Well, I mean, like she was saying, man, even one a day, you do that. That's 30 items you can get up there within the month.
I've been focusing on my reimbursements from Amazon. I'm up to almost $25,000 they've given me back this year. It's not that I don't have like eBay stuff to do. It's just like I'm attracted by the shiny object that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go through all your reports. I'll say that they kind of destroy a lot of things, lose a lot of things. They kind of got mad at me because I was opening like 15 cases a day. I'm like, well, I wouldn't open them if like I didn't get reimbursed for like 90% of this. Like, why would I waste my time? They're like, oh, you have to do more research. I'm like, no, I pay you guys like thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars a fee so far this year. You need to do more research.
Yeah, I haven't done that since you show me. So who knows? I know when I did it, I got almost $300 back.
You gotta do the lost items. A lot of people aren't doing those, and anything
yeah, that's what I did.
Stuff,
yeah.
Oh yeah, like it's just hardcore. I go through like once a week now, and it's like, oh yep. They like even on shipments I've been sending, and they've been losing like $600 of stuff. Like, how do you lose like 50 of something? Not my problem.
Yeah. Gladys, are you ever gonna do FBA, or are you just gonna stick with the merchant fulfill?
Eventually I will. Right now I'm just trying to concentrate on putting all my stuff across the sites. I know that once I start doing FBA, it's gonna be about feeding the beast, and that's gonna take probably me hiring someone to come and help, because at that point it's just going to be too much for one person to handle. Right now I can manage Amazon and eBay, and once in a blue moon bonanza. Etsy will probably start off slow, so I can say with confidence that I can manage those fairly easy on my own, but when it comes to FBA, that's a whole nother monster that's just going to take a lot of time and energy. The sourcing alone, that's going to take, all day just about.
Yeah.
Going store to store, scanning, and then coming home to pack it all up and ship it out. That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hire somebody at that point.
Well, welcome to my office that has literally like 8 6-foot tall metal shelving units full of things that have to go to FBA. Oh, and a couple of pallets too, just basically unloaded in the office.
Yeah.
And my prepper is going to go buy more instead of sending it in. Oh well, we'll figure it out.
And that's the other thing is the space, you know, because I just do it in my, well, what's supposed to be my living room. You know, where am I going to keep all the stuff while I'm gathering it all to send to, I'm going to have to be doing shipments. My guess would be every day, depending on how much stuff I source in one day, because there's no way, where am I going to put it? I'm going to have to rent another apartment
Yeah.
to do FBA.
I actually know somebody who did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
only
they
way.
rented another apartment or another house because they were looking at like warehouse space and it was like much more.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I can pay like $600 to rent this other apartment. I'm like, okay. He's like, it comes with a kitchen and bathroom. I'm like, it actually makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah, it does. I've thought about it. You know, like if I were to do it and it takes off, where am I going to put it? I will have to rent another apartment. You know, a one bedroom downstairs. You know, from me would work. Just fine.
If you have like one of those ones that's ground level and has like the little patio thing,
Mhm.
you can like have a sliding door there.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be killer.
Yep, UPS will love me.
Oh, my UPS driver would probably look at me and be like, yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I was having some issues with Bonanza a few weeks back because you know their synchronization is horrible. You know, like there was an item that sold like a month ago on Amazon and people were buying it and yeah, I was like I don't have it. You know, and I even emailed Bonanza. They're like, well, we're sorry, we're trying to keep it updated. I was like, yeah, but this thing sold like a month ago, and so now they ding me on Bonanza. They're like, well, you got to bring your score up because I'm like, but it's not my fault. It's you guys' synchronization thing, you know.
Right.
So I do like it though because the sales are starting to pick up because I synced all my eBay stuff and all my Amazon stuff and it was awesome. But
Do you have the app on your phone so that way when you get a sale you can go in there and delete the item?
no, I do not.
Yeah, that's what I did. Is I have the Bonanza app, the Amazon, and eBay all on my phone.
Wow. Okay.
I hope Etsy has one because that's going to be the next one I put up there.
I didn't even know Bonanza had an app.
Yep.
I never even looked for it actually.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So that's what you do. Like when you get a sale on it, you just go in and delete that item.
Yeah, just go in and delete the item from wherever it's sold.
But like when it does the synchronization again, is it going to pick it up if it's like pending on Amazon or?
No, I haven't had that issue.
Okay.
Once it's gone from Amazon, it's gone, so Bonanza knows it's gone.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do that tonight then. Just resync everything and because I was trying to cancel my account because it was making me mad because it was like one sale after another. It was items I didn't even have anymore. You know.
Yeah, that's the one thing when you're a multi venue seller, you need to be on top of that, especially when you're selling the one-offs. So
Yeah.
I depend on the apps like to help me out because sometimes I'm not home. I might be out.
Well, I guess with Bonanza, I thought that when they synced it, that it automatically deleted the items. So that was
It takes them 24 hours, and sometimes it doesn't work.
yeah.
That's why I have the apps.
Okay. Well, cool. I'm definitely that helps out a lot. I'm gonna look into that tonight. Because I mean, it was awesome getting just messages from PayPal. You've received this, and I'm like, man, that's awesome. Because it was picking up. Bonanza was picking up. We were doing like 1 or 2 sales every other day, and used to it was like 1 sale a month. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that out. But I've been on top of it as far as eBay and because like I said, Amazon's my main thing. So I'm never gonna have a double listing where I can't fulfill my Amazon listing. But I stay on top of my eBay and my Mercari listings. So
Yeah, I haven't tried Mercari. I hear a lot of good things about it.
yeah.
website is that?
It's an app for your phone. It's not.
Okay.
They have the website, but you can't sell on the website. You have to have the app, and it's very easy to use. And especially if you have your items at FBA, you can just go in there, screenshot your item, and put it in the store. And when it sells, do your fulfillment order and send it to the customer. Do free shipping. Same thing as getting a sale on FBA. Or if you have an item at your house, they have the shipping on there. You can click how much to charge the customer, and it doesn't come out of your sale. That goes straight to Macari, so it's still separate. Like we sold a T-shirt last week, and it sold within 2 minutes when we put it on. It was like a Miranda Lambert T-shirt or something like that. But we put it on, and 2 minutes later we got a notification that someone wanted to buy it, and we had $4. The minimum is $4 shipping, and that's 0 to 8 ounces. And they'll charge the customer that. That don't come out of the sale. And I got the flat $20 for that T-shirt. And there's no fees on it or anything. So you don't have listing fees or nothing. I mean, eventually that may change because it's getting bigger and bigger. But I mean, there's no listing fees, nothing. I love it. And Joe was in the chat. He's the one who Calico. Yeah, he's the one who showed me Macari. I mean, I'm forever thankful for that because I probably sold about 30, 40 items on it.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys should definitely. I mean, if you do Etsy and eBay, you guys should definitely do that. It's awesome, and it's so easy. You can list an item literally in 30 seconds.
Nice.
I mean, most of my items I have listed are not even at my house. So, I love it. But anyways, so since we talked about how do we manage to find time to do our normal life and do the reselling life, what's you guys' plan from now on to upscale your business?
That's a good question.
More people. Many, many more people.
Well, mine's is getting all my items across all the three, the three major platforms, and then hiring somebody to help me with FBA. Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly, whenever you send in your first FBA shipment, you're gonna love it. you're gonna love not packing those orders, and they seem like they sell quickly too.
Yeah, and I might have to. At that point, I might have to hire a housekeeper to come in and do the cleaning, just to free me up a little bit.
Yeah.
We did some merchant fulfill for some hazmat stuff that we had, and like I would get 5 or 6 orders in a day and have to ship them, within like 24 hours. I'm like, I can't imagine if I was doing, 30, 40, 50 items a day, which we do, and sometimes much more than that through FBA. I can't imagine. It's okay if you're doing like 5 or 10. Once you get into the like 20s, 30s, 40s, it's just like, oh my gosh, like all the paper I have to have, all the envelopes and boxes. It's like once you get hooked, I don't think you'll go back.
Yeah. Actually, Monty asked a question in the chat. Good to see you, Monty. It's been a long time, but she said, "How do you guys deal with slow sales, and what ROI is your sweet spot?" Any of you guys can answer. I'll answer last if you guys want.
Slow sales on eBay. Basically, list and use the tools that eBay gives you. The tools with the stores are there to help you drive traffic. A lot of sellers don't use collections, and it's like Pinterest for your store. And that's one of the ways that I drive traffic is with the collections. They get picked up by Google, which is a good thing. And then when you're on eBay search and you're searching on the right-hand column towards the bottom, you see collections there. So I'm always snagging traffic from search onto the collection, and then from the collection they come into my store. I also use, the promoted listings on eBay, and I use the promotions manager on eBay too, because all of that drives traffic to my store. So it's actually helped me almost double my multiple sales. Before I used to have multiples, but not that many. And for me, I just about doubled my multiples. Just about doubled my transactions, and it's all because of the promoted listings and the promotions manager. And, you guys, a lot of sellers don't use those tools, and I'm telling you, they work. And the promoted listings, I've been using it since they started it last year, so it's almost been a year already, and I've only had to pay once, and that was May 26th. I had to pay 60 cents, but I really don't have to pay because I have an Anchor store, and I get a credit for having an Anchor store, so I get a $25 credit every quarter. So it's not even coming out of my pocket, and it's helped drive a lot of traffic from eBay's internal search to my store, because they're finding me through the listings that I'm promoting, but they're not necessarily buying those listings. Those listings are bringing them into my store, and then they go and they find something else in my store and buy that. So that's a great tool that I use all the time.
Do you have to have like, I don't pay monthly for like a store or anything. Do you have to have that to do the promotions?
Yeah, you have to have a store.
Okay.
On Amazon, you don't. So I'll say that you can go in, especially if you're doing merchant fulfill, which I don't do very much of anymore. But I think you can also do it with FBA. Actually, you go in and actually say, oh, normally my price is $20. From today through 10th, it's going to be $17.99 or whatever, and it'll actually show as a sale price on the listing. Everything you can do with Amazon, which is really cool, and I've done it a little bit, not a ton, but for certain things I'm heavy stocked on or really slow moving, is to go in and say, okay, I'm going to run a PPC campaign, and I'm willing to pay 10 cents per click for Amazon driving additional traffic over to the listing. Between that and just making sure your metrics are good on Amazon, like, if your sales drop off on Amazon, there might have been something that caused that. Like, I got a major feedback the other day because the buyer wasn't happy they paid $8 for one thing of Gatorade. That's not my problem. It says specifically on the listing that's one bottle for $8.75 or whatever it was. And so I had Amazon remove the feedback, and that way my feedback went back to 100%, and that way I look better when I go to get the buy box.
Oh, Gladys, I was going to finish the rest of that question. What ROI is your sweet spot? I mean, I'm guessing being on eBay, that's definitely has to be over 100%.
I wish it was 100%. that would be ideal, wouldn't it? It depends. You make your money when you purchase, not when you sell. So being smart about what you're spending for the items and what you can flip them for is key. I try to go at least 50%. If it's lower than that, then I don't really want to deal with it unless I'm getting it for pennies. But 50% for me is good enough. It's doable. I would love to have 100%, but that's just not realistic.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
Right now, 100% would be awesome. Sometimes we get it. I'd say 75 to 80% is more likely and more doable, especially as competition comes on, depending on what the listing is. However, I have at least one listing that we're fairly deep on, like have probably like 100 and some units in stock right now, or going to, that we make like 275% on, is ranked in the top 1% in the category. So it all depends on the categories you're in, the access to the inventory, and your competition.
And whether Amazon jumps on it or not.
Yeah, the nice thing with grocery, so I'll say this real quick, going on a little bit of a tangent, but not much. So I'm in Michigan. Amazon recently, like last week, signed a contract with this company called Spartan Nash, which operates a large amount of grocery stores and also does distribution for some other grocery store chains. They have like Spartan Foods, if you've ever heard of that. They do a lot of canning of like vegetables and stuff. So they're supplying Amazon with perishable goods, but not non-perishable goods. The thing with groceries is even when Amazon does get on things, they rarely get on multi-packs unless it's coming directly from the manufacturer or on variety packs. So if you get like, I don't know, blueberry and strawberry together, unless the manufacturer like sends it out in a case to the grocery store like that, Amazon's not going to be competing with you more times than not. I've seen that rule broken a couple times, but usually Amazon stays close to what I'm pricing on when they can do that.
What about you, Marianne? How do you deal with slow sales and when you actually go outsource? What type of ROI do you look for?
I'm always looking for 100%, like we all do, but I just signed up with this tactical arbitrage. I don't know if anybody has heard about it. You get a free trial. So pretty much all of the weekend, I have been scanning different sites. They probably have 30, 40 different sites on there. So I've been scanning sites pretty much most of the weekend. Some sites are very, very good, and some sites, eh. I have that set at like 90%. I found a couple sweet deals. I'm hoping to have my girl order the stuff tomorrow when she comes in. So
Let me ask this: have you ever used OAX, Ray?
I hated it.
Really? And you like tactical arbitrage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't
I haven't
like.
tried tactical arbitrage. I've heard mixed things on both. I use OAX, Ray, but mostly, once again, I use it sometimes. My
I
brother uses it more.
think I used them for like maybe 3 months, and I just didn't really care for it.
Yeah. Well, and then I got another
But you
question
know,
for you. I'll
like the
answer mine.
girl
Go ahead.
that's doing the bundles, we're right at 100, 150%. So, and like I
Nice.
said, we buy enough to get enough for 10 to test with, and then that's a refund for us.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, basically, like when we go sourcing, I try not. I know I leave a lot of stuff on the shelf, but I try not to buy anything unless it's over 100% ROI. And that's where I'm at now because we're doing it very part time. I know eventually when I have a lot more money that I can go and buy a lot more stuff, I'll probably drop it down to about 70%. But as of now, I mean, we've been doing good with the 100% um, item. And you guys can watch some of the videos I put out. I show some of the sales that we do. I keep up with it with Inventory Lab. But like last month, we were around 130% ROI for the month with everything averaged out. So that's what we try to do. And then I haven't tried any of these promotions or anything. I may have to try it like the pay-per-clicks and stuff. But usually I'll just go in like on eBay. I'll go in and I'll tweet and I'll pin the listings to get more traffic to it. And
You know what I
same
really
thing.
think's gonna help out is those lightning deals. If you got at least 20 of something, I think that's really gonna help sellers out.
Lightning on Amazon.
Yeah, they just come out with
They,
that lightning deals where you
yeah,
can
like
send
late
out
last week.
vendors.
Um, I got to. I'm sure most of you guys probably got this email too that about the business Amazon. Did you guys get that? Like I got approved for selling like business accounts or something, and you can make
Oh
special
yeah.
prices on your items for business. I
I
haven't done anything.
actually, I had one person. I got an email request. Apparently, they can do this. It's sort of like an eBay Buy It Now thing, where they were like, we'll buy 60. I had like 80 of these alarm clocks that we got from this place. They're like, well, you're selling them for like $43.99 now. If you sell them all to us for $39.99, we'll buy all of them. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. Whatever. If you'll buy them all at once, gets my cash back out of there. So yeah, they have like a buy it now feature on Amazon now for business buyers. It's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't done anything with that because from what I was telling, that's what it was saying is like you can offer special prices to businesses, but usually when I send in stuff, it's only one or two of the items. So haven't had to deal with that yet. But I had a question for you guys too, and I just lost it thinking about the ROI thing and all that.
I got a comment to make, or actually it's a question for you, Chris. When you're pinning the stuff and tweeting it for eBay or even Amazon, are you part of the affiliate program?
No,
Dude,
and I'm missing out on that. Yeah.
You're leaving money on the table. You know,
Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm leaving tons of money on the table.
yeah, both Amazon and eBay will pay you to advertise your own items, you know. And Pinterest just opened up where, because before they had it closed to affiliate marketers, so anytime you would try to pin something with an affiliate code, Pinterest used to strip it out. But now they just opened it up just this May, a few weeks ago actually, and now you can pin, you know, with your affiliate link, you know, and if it sells, if your item sells, you get a commission. If your item doesn't sell but they buy something else on eBay, you get a commission. You know, as long as they're buying something within 24 hours of that link, you're getting paid. And if it's a brand new seller, you're getting, I mean, a brand new buyer, you're getting double the money because you're bringing in that traffic. You know, for April, and I was just trying to messing around. I posted 11 links on Facebook, and I made $239.
Wow.
And it took me less than 5 minutes just to create, you know, a link and put it up there. You know, for last month I slacked. I only put out like 3 links, but I made $90. You know, and that's one way that sellers can pay for their stores. Like if you really want to make this a full-time thing, you need a store on eBay. You know,
Yeah.
you need to have that advantage over, you know, other sellers that don't. And that's one way that you can pay for your store. You know, I mean, $239. If I would have pushed it a little bit more, it would have paid for my anchor store, which is $300.
Wow.
So it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, having a store, does that like push up your listings too, like to the top of the list?
It gives you an advantage because there's certain areas in your store, like your store categories and store description and stuff that that you can tweak for the search engines, and that'll push you up higher on Google and stuff. Having a store gives you a better landing page than not having a store. So when the buyer comes, and you can do so many things, the promoted listings, the promotions managers, the running sales, you know, every week or however you want to do it. You can do so much more with a store than not having a store.
So how do you set up? Do you have to have the store to do the affiliate too?
Nope. You can do the affiliate right now without a store.
And I mean, what all do you need to do that? Just
You just go to let me see what's the link. Hold on.
and then after that we have Bill's asking Marianne, are you following the updated UPC guidelines when creating bundles?
That's a good question.
We had just probably maybe a week ago got new UPs from Leading Edge, and they're working fine.
Okay.
I think I bought like 2,500 of them, so yeah, I know about this GS1. I know Catherine Shelton was going to talk about it today, but I couldn't get logged into her blab.
Yeah, it's called the eBay Partner Network.
Okay.
You sign up for it. It takes like maybe 15 minutes to sign up for it, and they usually hit you back within 24 hours that you're approved.
Okay. Let me write that down. That's some good stuff. Because, yeah, I know I leave money on the table all over the place, but that's pretty simple right there. Um, so even when you own item sales, you get a commission off of it.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
And Amazon is just type in Amazon affiliate program
Uh-huh.
and sign up for it there.
And then, when I tweet my Amazon listings.
Yep.
Amazon's awesome because eBay's cookie might only let that tracking file last like 24 hours, like she last was saying. Amazon's, unless they changed it, I believe is 30 days. So if they buy anything within 30 days, your affiliate account gets credited.
Man.
I don't know. I think eBay does this too, maybe. I don't know. But Amazon operates on a tier schedule. So you like refer someone who buys like just the total number of people within a month buys like 50 items, your percentage goes up. And then your percentage can go up if they buy another 50 items, and like so on and so forth. So just with sharing some links, you can make like a ton of money from people that are buying your items and other people's items from Amazon.
Yep.
It's like hardly any extra work for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Okay, yeah. Something else. I just remember my question now. To those who sell on eBay, how do you guys like? I use Inventory Lab for Amazon, so it manages all my bookkeeping and stuff like that. What do you guys use to manage your bookkeeping for eBay? I mean, because I like knowing exactly what ROI I'm getting. I like knowing what profit I'm getting and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just use GoDaddy bookkeeping.
Just GoDaddy, like you just use your bank transactions with whatever's coming
They
in.
pull everything from my Amazon account.
Okay. Yeah, that's because I was doing like spreadsheets, but that just takes so long.
That shit takes too damn long. I don't have time.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing that. I was doing that with Amazon at first before I was doing Inventory Lab, and that was just hell.
Yeah, I was doing that when I first started. You know, when I had like 100 items or 200 items. But yeah, now no way.
And Ryan, are you still using that shoebox for your receipts?
Yeah, absolutely. I pay them every single month.
Have you heard of that, Gladys?
What?
Shoeboxed.
No.
It's
Yeah, they literally just send you an envelope. So I have an envelope here. I think I do. So you stuff. Instead of having to scan in all your receipts, you just stuff the envelope full of receipts. You tape it shut. It has their address on it. They scan them all in for you. You get an email confirmation. Usually, I'm in Michigan, so it takes like a couple days to get to North Carolina where their thing is. Then within like 2 or 3 days, they have them scanned into my account online. I can look at them all online, and then they send you the original receipts back. It takes the whole process probably is like 5 to 10 days, depending on the time of year.
And it's called Shoebox?
Yeah, shoeboxed. It's absolutely free to sign up for a trial. Once you do sign up, they have different plans. Like they even have a free account so that when you're signed up, if you want to just store your receipts that you're scanning yourself online, they'll let you do that for free. If you want them to scan it, I think their plans start at like, I don't know, $10 a month, maybe a little bit more than that. But I have like a $30 a month plan. It lets me scan up to 250 receipts, and then they charge me a fee after that for each one if I exceed that. I love Shoebox. It makes my life so much easier.
Yeah, I'm just dude. I'm so horrible with the receipts. I just have all mine shoved up here on my desk, but I mean I'm sure I'm missing some. But last year was the first year that I had to do anything with taxes as far as reselling goes, and having inventory lab was amazing. I mean, I just printed that thing out and I handed it to them. And that was it. I didn't have to say anything else. And then they started going through about about gas mileage and stuff like that, and I didn't keep track of that. I just told them, well, this is how much I usually do a week, and they did all that. But I know eventually as sales start getting bigger and bigger, I mean, I need to hang on to that stuff just in case an audit comes.
Yep.
Then I'm
I
screwed.
love, like, I use Mile IQ because, number one, it's absolutely free up to the first 40 drives a month, but they'll actually show you, it's kind of hard to see, I know, because of the light, it's sort of backwards. They actually show you where you drove from and to, and what date, what time, where on the map it is, on like a Google map, and they'll also show you how much mileage you've accrued for the month. It's awesome. The first
Yeah,
40 drives a month are free. If you want to buy the unlimited version, I think it's $50 for a year.
that's not bad.
It really isn't.
We got to get Chris to stop leaving money on the table.
Yes, I know.
The way I looked at my IQ was if I can get like $50 or $60 of mileage, it paid for itself. I don't have to track it. Like, and they'll mail you not mail you, but email you a report so you can go online and be like, I want to know how much mileage I drove just for the first half of the year. Who knows what reason? You can see that. Or you can look at like the all month view. I can see that last month I drove $175 of mileage. Cool.
Um, yeah, I mean, that's why I have to get back to doing these shows because I'm horrible about stuff. I mean, I do pretty good business. I do pretty good sales and stuff, but I could be doing so much more with more knowledge from people like you guys. And Gladys, I don't know if you watch any of the old motivator shows that we used to do, but I mean, up until Christmas time, I used a digital bath scale to weigh my packages. and I had Amazon labeling all my stuff, and Ryan and Brett, they for Christmas they sent me a Dymo and they sent me a scale. Like, man, this is how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, no kidding.
But and now I love it. This Dymo I've actually, and they sent me 1,000 labels, the house labels. I just finished those last week. So
Nice.
I ordered another one. I ordered another 1,000 on Amazon, and
Yeah, I want one of those dynamo ones. I
yeah,
just want to bring it to
They're
Chris.
awesome. Buy the used one or the pre-owned one from Amazon Warehouse Deals. It's like $65 then.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty affordable. And I go through a lot of labels. I buy house labels. House labels are not they are Dymo labels. They're not Dymo approved labels, but that has never caused me any problems. I've Some people are like, oh, they never work. I'm like, why would they sell something that never works?
Yeah.
I've used probably
I
over
know they do
four
get, if you don't use it in a couple days, the stickers sometimes do. But I've gotten really good at unjamming it.
unjamming
So
it. Yeah,
yeah,
I've used probably over 50,000 of them, and they're awesome. They're absolutely amazing.
yeah. Now I want to get the other one, the XL, to do the actual shipping labels.
Yeah,
Marianne,
that's
do you
on
use
my
anything
to-do
like that?
list.
Do you use that for your shipping labels, Marianne?
No, I just use my I think I have three different printers on my desk. One for 30 ups, the Dymo, and got a Brother and a Dell, and I use the Brother for my shipping labels.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I saw like Jameson. He's been on. He came on a few of our motivator shows, but he uses the XL for his shipping labels, and then he has the 450 turbo for his items and the poly bags. Like, I'm loving these poly bags. Derek French sent me those a long time ago. There's a 100 pack, and I'd use them here and there, but now, man, I've been tossing big items in them, and I love it. So I'm probably gonna start ordering some more poly bags of all sizes. But I mean, just different things like that have helped me. And I'm gonna look in these affiliate things definitely. If you're making $300 sharing your own listings, I mean,
Dude, without even trying, I was just goofing off 11 little links and $239, you know, or 3 little links and $90. I mean, if I actually sat down and got serious and started making the links for all of my items, you know, I could make bank. You
yeah,
know, it's all about making that money.
yeah, because I've got almost 600 items at FBA, and then I have about 70 items on eBay right now. So if I just sharing my own listings can make that bank, that's
I'm
you know,
telling you.
and I love the thrift stores, you know, so $300 will do a lot in the thrift store.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I found my first valuable textbook at Goodwill the other day. It was $2, but the rank on it was like 30,000 in books, which is pretty amazing. And used, it was like $60-something in profit. So I'm excited to get that thing shipped off. But and then we do a bunch of board games and stuff, used board games. But here lately, I've been striking out with games that don't have all the pieces.
Part them out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm probably gonna end up doing that. Like this one game I got, it's worth like $25 used on Amazon, but it's missing 3 of the cards to it. Out of 100 and something cards, it's only missing 3. So I may just put missing 3 cards. I don't know. People do that, and then of course the whole plush game. I'm gonna start getting into that too. Um,
Oh my God, the Disney store.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, I found. Let me see if I can show it to you guys, but I found like a Six Flags like the Roadrunner. It's pretty big. It's about this just big. I got it for like $1.50 at Goodwill, and it's going for like $45 on Amazon. And it still has the tag on it, but I'll still ship it in as used, good, whatever.
I got
But
these like 35-inch Winnie the Poohs, which I have to find a poly bag for because they don't really fit in any poly bag I have. But I'm thinking about getting those like clear plastic trash bags, almost, because I don't think I've ever seen a poly bag that big on Amazon or anywhere. But yeah, I got them for like $8, and they're going for like 35. They're awesome.
Do you have a UPS account?
I do. I wonder if that's a good idea.
Order your bags. Order those big bags from UPS.
Yeah, that'd probably fit.
They're free. You might as well.
Give it a shot. Thanks for the idea.
yeah, I usually use the plastic wrap on everything, but like some of the bigger toys that I've been getting, I've just been throwing them in the big poly bags, and it's been so much better. Let's see. Looking at the chat. It's not too many, just people just hanging out watching. Not too many questions. I think Walking Pickle's gonna be doing his show in a few minutes too. But I guess I'll go ahead and get close to closing this. If you guys have anything you want to say to the people who's gonna watch the replay of this, or the 12 people that's watching right now. Any advice? Like Gladys, you gave me advice about the affiliate links. I'm
Yeah,
definitely.
you know, I give everybody that advice because there's money to be made out there. You just got to know where to find that money and how to do it. The affiliate link is one of them, especially for sellers who are always, you know, on the Facebook group saying, I can't afford a store. Well, yes, you can now because I just told you how, you know.
Is it only sharing on Facebook, or is this like Twitter sharing too?
Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, on your blog, on your websites. You could post them anywhere that allows an affiliate link. So you know, now you guys can do that and pay for your stores and make extra income too. You know, I'm all about the passive income. Like Chris, I don't know, do you have AdSense on your YouTube here?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's another way. If you guys are doing haul videos, make sure you connect AdSense to it and get paid. Even
Yeah.
if you're not, I'm not gonna say that you're gonna get rich, but even if it pays the light bill, that's
Yeah.
one less bill. And it just pays for itself over and over. You do it once, and it just keeps incurring income. So
Yeah.
that's another way to do passive income, and just keep listening, keep learning, and keep doing what you're doing, because that's the only way you're going to get to the next level.
So, like, one more question about the affiliate link. Can you go on other people's listings and share
Yeah.
their items too?
Anything on
Absolutely.
Amazon, anything on eBay.
So I can find Best Buy store and just go and click on Best Buy stuff and share theirs.
Yep.
Okay. Man, that's good stuff.
Yep.
Definitely gonna check that out. But well, it looks like we got it at the hour, you guys. I really appreciate you guys the last minute hopping on with me. I'm gonna try to do this once a week. It's gonna be unplanned, but I'm gonna try to do these hangouts once a week because I honestly have missed doing them, and I think they're important. Some people watch other shows because different people sell differently. Some people go and spend $10,000 a month on getting brand new stuff. Some people love thrifting. I just want to kind of reach everybody, and not a lot of shows do that. So I think it's important to do this, and I've honestly missed it. And anybody watching the replay, if you guys aren't a part of the Resellers Life, please join my group. There's only, I think, 35 people in there now. We're not gonna let it get as big as Motivators was, because with that much attraction and attention causes a bunch of issues. So we're just gonna keep it like a small little family. But you guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on tonight, and I hope to talk to you guys again soon.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, Chris.
See you later, Chris.
All right, you guys, have a good one. Good night.